thanks for clicking on this video. I know you have a lot of things to choose from on the internet, so thanks for choosing this for the next few minutes. Walmart versus your independent record store. That's all that's left, really. Are there any chain record stores anymore across America, across the world? I don't think so. I think only the indies survive. Good for them. Become controversial. A lot of people think every penny spent on music should not be spent at a place like Walmart. And then there's some people that say, hey, I earned that penny or more, and I could spend it wherever damn well please spend it. And I live in nowhere land, Ohio, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, wherever, and all we have is a damn Walmart. We don't have independent record stores. That's sad. That's really sad, because here in Chicago there's good 8 to 12 that I could think of record stores that I love, and then just outside of Chicago in the burbs there's at least another good 8 that sorry, sucks to be you. We've got a lot here. People are going to hate me for that. Anyway, so let's talk about the experience. When you go into a Walmart, or let's say a Super Target for that reason, they've just started carrying vinyl, I think maybe in the last 2 years or so, now that they realize it's an item that can sell. They're going to stock their shelves with it, so you get your little cart. You got to go all the way down. It's like a walk of shame all the way through everything. Clothing sections, furniture sections, sometimes grocery sections, all the way down to the entertainment section where the good stuff is, and look for that rack of vinyl. Now within that rack of vinyl you're going to find some good stuff, some AC/DC, you're going to find some crap, Luke Combs, all kinds of things. If you add it up, it's going to be maybe 15 artists or so at the most, and you're going to get like their big release or their hits album or something like that, or like a picture disc from a soundtrack. You're not going to get a wide variety. When you go to these independent stores, you walk in and you're blown away. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bands and every release. For instance, at a Walmart, you might find the Fleetwood Mac album that everyone and their grandmother is owning right now. It is crazy popular because of a TikTok video, I think. But you go to an independent record store, not only are you going to find that song that you like by that one Fleetwood Mac album, but you will find more Fleetwood Mac and solo albums and everything that surrounds that band, and it's such more of a fulfilling experience. The takeaway from this video is two things. One, people feel like, yeah, Walmart's crap, don't shop there, we don't need it. Of course independent stores are much, much better. And another feeling is like, why are we scared of Walmart? They're never going to be able to compete. I could see when Walmart was created, they blew away other stores quickly. They came into your town, they got cheap products from cheap places all around the world, and sold it to you, and you loved it because it was cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. You saved money. So they blew away hardware stores and clothing stores, stores that couldn't compete. They couldn't sell you those products for such a cheap price. And people love the convenience. They love the fact that, well, I can kind of shop for clothes and shop for tools and shop for groceries all in the same big building. I don't have to do anything. Well, heck, some of them even put a Starbucks and a Pizza Hut up front. You can spend all day at the Walmart. Now, when music was on CDs, I think I recall Walmart having a pretty big CD/DVD section when all that was coming out. Now, LPs take up a lot of room, so are they really willing to clear out that much area to put a whole bunch of records? I think not. So in essence, even though Walmart blew away other stores and ruined local economies for some businesses, I don't think they're going to be able to recreate that with LPs and selling music. Your independent store just has too much to offer, and the experience is so much better at an independent store. Heck, if you go enough, the person at the door will greet you by name. It's, welcome back. That's a good feeling. Which brings me to customer service. If you have a question at Walmart, excuse me, are you supposed to have the new Black Sabbath in? 99.9% of the time your answer is going to be this. What? But an independent store, not only are they going to see if they do have that Black Sabbath in, they're going to maybe order if they don't, but they're going to talk to you about Black Sabbath for a while. And maybe Ozzy. You can make a friend that way. Sometimes people complain that the owner of the record store is just looking at his computer or looking at his phone and could care less if you're in and out of the shop. But I guarantee if you ask them a musical question or a question about an artist or what they think is awesome that just came out or anything, they're going to start talking to you. The whole shopping experience at a Walmart is you're probably going in knowing what you want to get. For instance, like I said, I have about 4,000 records, only a handful are from Walmart. I did want to check out this one. It's from Boston and it's blue. I guess we're featuring the letter B today. So I went to Walmart and I grabbed the Boston. Flipped a few things, didn't really find much. There are some Metallica left and that. I didn't expect to find anything really that I wasn't expecting to find at Walmart. Now at an independent store, the feel of an independent store is you're just surrounded by music. It's an amazing feeling to go into that store not really knowing what you're going to come out with. So I hope this video made sense. For the average record collector that's kind of sort of getting into it, they may buy a Crosley turntable and that, may buy a few albums. Walmart, sure, it's going to be their option, especially if they live in an area where there are no independent record shops. But for us freaks that like to collect a lot of music and a lot of records, Walmart's never going to make a dent. We do have to support indie, but I don't think we have to totally freak out and hate on Walmart because they're not going to even come close to what an independent store offers. And if you haven't checked out an independent store, let's say you just got into this hobby, I hope this video shows you just how awesome they are. Alright, now if you're still tuning in, if you want to check out the hauls that I made at these independent record stores, well here we go. I always like to get CDs still, even though CDs are going out. Maybe they'll come back in, who knows. I like to get them because a lot of places offer like buy 3, get a 4th free kind of a thing. And I put my CDs into my iTunes, which is on my external hard drive. So if I'm upstairs and far away from my turntable, I still have like weeks and weeks and weeks of music up there that I could listen to. I could live up there. I got Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance, probably my favorite Judas Priest album. I have it on LP, but now I have it on CD. This is like remastered and stuff. Industrial Band, Front 242. This is kind of all their hits from 1988 to 1989. I do have a lot of these on 12-inch single. Wax Trax, big label from Chicago for a while, and I purchased them off that. But this way I have them all on CD. KMFDM, another industrial band. Faith No More, gotta check them out. You know, I kind of lost interest in them after Angel Dust, I think. So I'm gonna go back to the years that these were put out and check these out. Album of the Year and King for a Day. King for a Day. Got those all on CD. It's just a few bucks each, and one of them was free. Next up, Dokken, Dysfunctional. I'm a big fan of Tooth and Nail, and I think it was Under Lock and Key was after that. And again, another band that I really loved for a while and kind of fell off my musical radar because there were so much other things to check out. But CD being a few bucks, you can check them out now. Dysfunctional. I did hear a few tracks on this, and I thought it was pretty cool. Chicago band doing well for themselves. Smoking Popes, they're still around. I'm going to do a video of great Chicago bands you should know, and they for sure are going to be in it. This is just a single CD, Need You Around, way back when I used to put out single CDs. Another reason why you need to go to these independent record stores, you never know what you're going to find. A lot of Chicago punk rock fans have obviously heard of Screeching Weasel. This is Sludgeworth, features Dan Vapid that was in Screeching Weasel. He's an excellent singer. Sludgeworth was a short-lived band in the Chicago area. Same pop, punk, great music, great, one of my favorite bands of all time. This is Losers of the Year. It's kind of like comp tracks and EP tracks all put on one. Now this I found for $4.99. I was pretty excited. I found it in the heavy metal section. I always look in other sections because people either hide stuff there or the store employees really don't know what kind of style the group is. They just kind of look at it and go, okay, this might be heavy metal. So I always look at punk and pop and heavy metal, all kinds of stuff. And this was under the heavy metal section for $4.99. The cheapest this is on eBay and Discogs is 35 bucks. Whoa, for a CD? Yeah, they didn't print a lot of these. Band is great music. Limited run equals, well, a bigger price. So I got myself a deal. I already have this, but it doesn't kill me having 2 copies. I actually might put one on eBay for, let's say, 25 bucks, which is 5 times the amount that I paid for it. And that $20 earned, give or take all the fees and stuff, will go towards all the other stuff that I bought. So it's like I walked into that store and they just gave me a whole bunch of free CDs. So the records I got, Fleetwood Mac, perfect example of, people going to Walmart, you're only going to get probably 1 choice, maybe 2 choices of a Fleetwood Mac album. I got Then Play On. I was told that early Fleetwood Mac, before Stevie Nicks joined and all that, they were more of like a hard rock bluesy band type thing. So I'm going to check this out. Was that a good price? I heard this is a good album. I'm going to check that out. Rise Against, not to name drop or anything, but Joe used to be a friend of mine. I would still consider him a friend. He was in the punk scene along with me, growing up in it. He was in 88 Fingers Louie. I was around when that band formed and still enjoyed going seeing them. But Joe went and joined himself Rise Against. and they are a big national band. He is one of the few guys from the scene that actually became a full-time musician, which we're all trying to be, but you know, only some get lucky and actually do that. Halloween, Pink Bubbles Go Ape, crazy name. Another album I picked up. Like I said, got that first Pat Benatar album. She should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but the world is imperfect and stupid. Robert Plant, More Roar. I just got 3 songs on it. Turn It Up, Poor Howard, and A Whole Lot of Love. I saw Robert Plant a few years ago. I think he was in his late 60s at the time, here in Chicago, and he did an amazing job. I grew up loving Led Zeppelin and just never saw any of them live. Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, or Plant. And finally, just a few years ago, said, you know, screw it. Yeah, he's probably really old, but I'm going to go check it out. And he blew me away. And of course, hearing him sing those Going to California and some other Led Zeppelin songs, it was just surreal. Amazing show. I got that used for like $10. GG Allin, you're never going to see stuff like this at Walmart. There's styles and styles of music and hundreds of artists, millions of artists. You're never going to see at Walmart. Of course, leading that pack would be GG Allin. You're not going to see this at Walmart, although he was a true American. Should be sold at Walmart. The world would be a better place if Walmart had GG Allin. This is like a lot of his songs. You Hate Me, I Hate You is one of my favorite GG Allin songs, my favorite punk rock songs. Such a great song. Real Life, you probably know them from Send Me an Angel or Catch Me on Fallin', where there were 2 huge hits. This is the album put on just after that, so unfortunately that style of music was starting to fade because groups like Crew and Rat were starting to come through in the 80s there, but I always liked their sound, so I'm going to check this one out. Again, this was $2. You go to these independent stores, they'll have a cheap album section. You can have an artist that you kind of know, but you didn't know they put out other music. There's just so much to love about a good independent record store. Well, I hope you like seeing what I bought. I hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe, comment, tell your mama about it, do whatever you want. And I'll be back again real soon with another music video. Thanks.